see. Are we live? Let's see. People are saying hello. I love how it says at the top, the internet can totally see you now. To stop, use your encoder. Alright, awesome. Well, I just decided to do a super impromptu stream. Hi everyone that is filtering in. Hello, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me. So, just wanted to like jump on, say hi, and you know, I'm kind of excited for what the future is holding for this channel. So last weekend was awesome. It was great to have Corey down here in the Bay Area, and Corey, one of our fish nerd friends, the one who, by the way, does bring cultures in. These are 50 mil conicals, and Yannick is a scientist as well. So he, Corey brought scuds back in one of these. So yeah, I don't have scuds. He gave me like these weird little clam-like things. I forget what he called them, that he found in his backyard. So we're gonna try and turn them into live food. I'm worried that they're a little, the shells will be too hard for fry, but I don't know. I haven't done anything with them yet, so they're just sitting here. Let's see. But yeah, so I just wanted to, before I get into questions and stuff, just kind of discuss that, where this is going. So some of you may have noticed, oh, I think someone just came home. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, I'm live streaming. Okay, one quick second.
Don't cut it short on mic.
It was going to be a short one. Okay. I wasn't sure when you would be home. Okay, sorry, cameraman just got back. I wasn't sure when he was going to be home tonight. So anyway, sorry for the interlude, but anyway, they're saying hi to you. You have to. Oh, I missed you.
Aw, I missed you too.
Okay.
Carry on.
But anyway, so I just wanted to really quickly hop on and just say hi and talk about where this stream is, or where this channel is going. So some of you may have noticed that it became monetized recently. So it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Turns out I put in the application like God knows how long ago, like over a year ago or something, and then I just kept forgetting about it. Like it wasn't a huge priority for me, and I was thinking with monetization it would be not that it's a big enough incentive already to be like talking, communicating with you guys via YouTube, and to be able to store all my videos on a platform where I could share it. But I kind of forgot about it. And then I was talking with Bob, and he kind of walked me through the process, and it's been kind of interesting. And the reason why I decided to monetize is because I kind of want to step it up to the next level, if you know what I mean. Like, the YouTube channel was originally a place, like a repository, a place to store all of my videos, so that basically I could put them onto Facebook or put them onto my website, especially. My website is actually my real repository of information. I don't know how many people actually go there, but that's where I really record everything. But YouTube just became this, it was so surprising. Like, I think the real reason why I did the daily YouTube challenge, not only to be more mindful about my fish keeping and more reflective and think about it, what I guess I didn't anticipate the community that would come out of it. Like, all you guys that are in here, this is awesome. Like, I love going on to YouTube and interacting with people. And it's so cool. So I think I kind of want to extend that. And I think monetization is a step towards that. It's not going to change immediately. Not only was today, what it was, daylight savings time, which was awful because I have to wake up so early to get to school really early to set up for classes and stuff. But it's also nearing the end of the EdTPA, so that's this gigantic portfolio of information and lesson plans and commentary, and I have to videotape myself teaching and comment on that and submit student work samples and all that. So think of this gigantic portfolio that's about 40-50 pages of stuff. We're talking like font 0.11. Okay, this is not fun. On top of videotaping myself, interacting with students, and anyway, that gigantic mess is going to be done in it's going to be done in 1 month. It is due exactly 1 month. 4/13 is my witching hour. So as soon as that EdTPA is done, it's just going to be this huge weight lifted off my shoulders. I'll be able to actually focus on teaching, focus on my kids, which is why I want to become a teacher, obviously. It's to focus on my students. And it's not like I haven't been ignoring them, but it's just like this EdTPA thing has just been driving all me and all the other credential candidates up the wall. But long story short, when that's over, I think I really want to take this channel up a step. I really liked the daily videos, one, because of this community that came out of it, or that I became aware of, rather. And two, I want like the quality of my videos to get back to what it was before. Like before, when I didn't post as frequently, like I think I would like sporadically post once a month or something, but it would be like a nice big video and I would actually do video editing on iMovie and stuff like that. Things like the older fish tours, that kind of stuff. Back when I was playing with YouTube in the very beginning. And I kind of want to get back to that. So I think where I want to go is I want to commit to an upload schedule. Probably not super frequent, maybe once a week. Depending on teaching schedule, probably more like once every 2 weeks, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I want to play with saving and getting a better camcorder. Lately, I have been using my phone for the short videos, and those things were, oh my gosh, the app on my iPhone keeps crashing now every time I try to upload things directly to YouTube, and that thing got to be such a hassle that I stopped using it. And then my DSLR is perfectly fine. It's just kind of tricky with the thing. That's what I used to use to film before. But I think I kind of want to get like a nice light camcorder that can film for days. And I want to save up for a camcorder and take it places. So I want to upgrade, get a nice camcorder. I actually found out serendipitously that I'm still considered an employee of San Francisco State University, and I went on the site to see if there were any video editing programs that were available for adjunct professors, and I may or may not have downloaded almost the entire Adobe Creative Suite, and I don't have to pay a monthly subscription. So that was kind of awesome. I have no idea how any of it works, but I want to put in a lot of effort to going through the tutorials and learning how to manipulate that software. And I got Lightroom. Like, I've always wanted Adobe Lightroom. And then I went into tech support for something completely different. Like, I was really upset because I couldn't download the free PowerPoint software for full-time students. And then they were like, oh, says you're still an SFSU employee. It's not free anymore. Microsoft Office is going to be $10, but we have, you said you wanted video editing software. You can have the entire Adobe Creative Cloud. And I'm just like, what? Like, mind blown. Like, I have everything. I have Photoshop, InDesign, Premiere Pro. My God, for free. Like, I spent today in the tech office just downloading everything. And I'm going to be installing it and playing with it. And I still have access to the faculty portal at SFSU, and I can still take all of the professional development courses through there. Like, it's really sweet. So I think that combined with, getting a new camcorder, I don't know what kind yet. If anyone has any suggestions, because I want something really nice and light, something that makes transferring video easy. I can store a lot of video. I want to be able to take long videos. One problem with I keep looking over here, one problem with a DSLR is although it takes beautiful pictures, it actually overheats and stops filming after like 20 minutes. The video is amazing, but it doesn't last for very long. So, yeah, that's where I want this channel to go. I want to start getting an upload schedule. Won't be frequent, but I want to focus on making, higher quality videos, do some professional development on my own, just play around with it, and see where that takes me. I definitely want to get that camcorder before I go to the American Killifish Association meeting in Chicago. So, anyway, that's my spiel. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. And also thank you for supporting the channel. Like, this hobby has been amazing. And Saturday was just like a full day of fish. Like, it was so much fun. So much fun. So, I actually hadn't been out to those aquarium stores for months. And I bought a lot of stuff at Ocean Aquarium that I won't share quite yet, because it doesn't have to be a surprise, but a little mystery would be fun. So anyway, I'm going to start looking at the chat. Thanks, guys, for letting me talk for a little while and kind of get my plan out there. Oh, hey, Moon River Bettas. How's it going? I'm so sad about Cheekies. I'm so sorry, Jackie. She was gorgeous. And, man, seems like it happens to the good ones, Like, anyway, it's, I'm so sorry. It's hard to lose a fish like that, So, hopefully, you can get another one. Well, not another one. You don't want to like replace a fish, but it's. Does anyone ever find that awkward? Like, someone's like really pet dies, like when my lizard died. It's like, people ask, like, are you gonna get another one? And it's like, well, I want to eventually, and I have started looking. So that is another thing that that's another thing that's on the radar, we'll say. I have been researching and thinking a lot about it. But, I mean, there's some part of your heart that doesn't want to move on and probably never will, honestly, every time something special like that goes, you know. So, you already have some new fish already. I know, I do too. So, I'm really excited to work on it. So, let me just catch up on chat here really quick. Heartfelt, aw. I mean, I really do. I feel like the month-long challenge especially just really opened it up to this community, and I want to get better at what I'm doing and give back to it more. So, yeah, that's, I'm going to try. We'll see. I'm really excited. So Keaton is asking, if I were a betta, which type of betta would I be? A type of betta. I don't want to be something with short fins. That's kind of mean. Probably. You know, I used to keep my red and yellow placots, those short fin traditional placots. Those were nasty. And so I'd be one of those. I'd be the female. The females were just as mean, actually, as the boys were. And they were smarter, I swear. Female bettas have just a little extra personality. So Tamara, I hope I'm saying it correctly. Tamara or Tamara. So you ordered your Achilles, awesome. Which Steamfont Aquatics stream? I just got home. Like I got home, I don't know. Mondays and Tuesdays I don't get home until almost 9. So it's, they're long days for me. Oh my gosh, yeah, all the natural disasters that are happening. V-Stag, like, be careful. Be careful. It does not sound like it's going to be easy. So, let's see. Touchdown. Oh my gosh, that sounds scary, having a tornado touchdown behind you. Oh, Kayla, interesting. You just bought a camcorder? It's really light. Yeah, I really like light equipment. Like, here, let me just, my cameras are sitting here. I keep them charged and sitting next to the fish tanks in case anything happens. But, you know, here is my old trusty D3100. Like, this is what started everything. This camera. Like, if you want to learn photography and you want to learn and you just want to play around with things, this is the camera that started it all. Nikon D3100, and it still takes phenomenal photos. You know, this is the camera I take with me when I travel. Super light, even with this gigantic lens in front of it. It's just super light and super durable. You can see I used it so much that all the buttons are worn off. See over here? Which sucks because, like, when I got my D7100, the buttons are completely, it's still a Nikon, but the buttons are opposite of this one. So every time I go back to this one, I have to relearn the buttons, whereas before it was just like, you know, I had them memorized. But anyway, this one started it all. And then after much deliberation, I graduated to my, my new baby. Not new anymore, I've had it for over a year, but my Nikon D7100, this thing is the bomb. See, the thing is, and I'll just detour really quick. So these cameras, this one, starting new, I think when I got it, like a brand new camera is like $1,200. And a brand new camera of this one, I don't even remember. It's gotten so cheap now. But completely different tax brackets, if you will. But this camera, if you really learn how to take pictures of fish, this camera with the right lens and the right settings can take a picture as good as this one. The only difference between these two is that this one makes it slightly easier to get a nicer shot. That's it. That's the only difference. That, and it's 3 times heavier. This thing is so light. This thing is heavier than this thing, even though the lens on it is tiny. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents. Learn on a cheap DSLR, because the photographs have the potential to be just as good. And because it's so much harder to get a good picture, you will learn really, really well. So whenever you get a really nice camera, it's so easy. So anyway, that's my little rant on that. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for supporting me. I'm back on the behind the chat. Reef and Library Aquatics. I'm talking about Waldo. So my male bearded dragon, Weldon, still alive and kicking. And then Waldo, my female bearded dragon, we named her Waldo before we knew she was a boy. She passed away on Christmas Day. So I'm still waiting. It sucks. I still have her tank in the living room. It's been tough to see it every day. But, you know, there's nowhere else to put it in this apartment. So I'm just waiting. And I think I have an idea of what is coming next. But I ran into one of my friends who used to do tons of tropical fish. Now he's way more into the reptile trade now. He's a wholesaler for reptiles now. And I ran into him last night at the Pacific Coast Cichlid Association meeting. It was great to catch up with him. And then I was talking about what I kind of wanted in a classroom pet. And I think I've hit on the what I want. So, and he said he's going to try and get some captive bred babies for me in the future. And no rush. I told him, you know, it could take 2 months if you need to get the right one. Because the lizard, it is a lizard, that I'm thinking of can live upwards of 30 years. So, you know, I want one with the right personality. Kind of like Weldon. So if I could have a Weldon, like 2 Weldons, that would be awesome. one at home and one in class. So, yeah, let's see. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom. Oh, Dwayne, a D5300 is a great camera. It's kind of like in the middle. It's kind of right in the middle between a D3100 or a D3000 and a D7000. It's kind of in the middle. So that is a fantastic camera. Still using point and shoot, cool pics. I mean, those are great ones too. Like, let me pull out my. Let me see if I can find it. Well, it's in that drawer somewhere. But the camera I had before that was my little red point and shoot, and that thing takes great pictures too. Like, I have an article on my blog actually comparing pictures between the point and shoot camera, and those 2 DSLRs. And again, if you get the settings right, if you take the time to learn what f-stop and all those things mean, it's the same picture, you know? And really, most of the time, all you need is more light, like getting the setup correct. That's what I love about this thing, because it's got a more powerful processor or whatever makes it better. Who knows? I don't know. I really don't know the in-depth scientific reasons, but this thing can take, let's say it takes beautiful pictures, like high-quality pictures, under a wider range of conditions. Whereas this one takes very good pictures under a narrower set of conditions. And then point and shoots, if you really dial in those conditions, it can still take an extremely high-quality photo. So that's my deal there. And you can kind of play with a point and shoot and figure out the settings that you need. You're going to have to go in. There's no manual. I mean, there is like a semi-manual setting on it. If I could find it, I would talk about it, but I'll have to dig for it probably because I haven't used it in a long time. There's a thing on my blog about it. Yeah. Oh, Reef and Library Aquatics. I really want to watch Planet Earth. I think that's the next one that I'm going to buy. Planet Earth 2, I mean. I have watched Planet Earth so many times. That's one of my feel-good movies. So, I saw the chase scene from Planet Earth 2, the one that went viral, with the baby marine iguanas like running. And of course, Ozzy Man did a hilarious voiceover of it immediately after it went viral. So, yeah. Let's see, what lenses, Dwayne? So these are the only 2 lenses I use. The ones that are on these cameras right now. So, this is a great beginner lens. This is actually the stock lens for, this is the stock lens for, I believe it will be the same. I'm not sure what the stock lens is for the camera you're looking at, the 5300, but this is the stock lens for the D3100. So stock means that if you buy the camera, not just the body, but with the lens, it will come with this lens. This lens is an 18 to 55 millimeter. Okay, so you can see on there. DX, so that means it is not for a full frame camera. So large, huge professional cameras, okay, that's FX. So this is a DX. And then if you look at it, it goes so 1 to 3.5 to 5.6 G. Okay. So this one is just a great all-around lens. Like this thing can take it does a nice zoom. This is the lens I still use when I videotape because it has quite a nice range, okay? And it, the nice thing is on this thing you can shift it from auto to manual focus, and then this is vibration. But if you're gonna learn how to take good pictures, you gotta learn how to use manual focus. Autofocus drives me crazy. Because, you know, you put your button halfway down and the fish are just darting around and around. They're moving way too fast for the autofocus to ever catch up, especially with a camera like this where the sensor is not as high quality and is not as fast. So you really need to learn how to switch it over to manual and just use the fine focus whenever you're doing it. And you do get the hang of it. Okay. So that is a great all-around lens. It's pretty sharp. This one is the Nikon AFS Nikkor 35 millimeter 1 to 1.8 G. Now this is a fantastic lens, and it's probably the best lens for the price that Nikon ever made. It's super light. It is a fixed lens, or prime lens. So fixed and prime lens are the same thing. This cannot zoom. So if you want to change the frame, you have to move your body, or you have to move your body in order to change the frame. So whenever I take pictures with this, I like move around a lot. Okay, you just get used to using your body to focus. And then there's also a fine focus ring on it. This one refurbished, it's like 40 bucks, I believe. I'm trying to remember. Was it that cheap? That seems cheap now, but I bought it such a long time ago. The thing is, once you get a good lens, they last forever. And this thing has no zoom, so that's not going to break. It's so well made, nothing's going to get inside it, okay? Again, only, so manual or the A is autofocus basically. So again, learn how to do manual. And the best thing about this is it's fast. This thing, whenever you click, depress the shutter, it will take a picture immediately. I mean, depending on what shutter speed you have, but this is one of the fastest lenses, and the fact that it's 1 to 1.8, the fact that it's 1 to 1.8 means that it's really, really good in low light, which is essential whenever you're shooting fish. Because when you think about it, when you're taking pictures of fish in a tank, especially like these dark water tanks or these black water tanks here, it's like the worst camera conditions possible because the lighting sucks. They say to never point your camera at a reflective surface, but that's exactly what the front of an aquarium tank is. But anyway, this lens is incredibly fast, and which also makes it incredibly sharp. So it doesn't matter how fast the fish are going. If you have the right settings, you're going to capture it. And even though you can't zoom with this, the picture will be so sharp that you can crop it incredibly small and still maintain high definition in the photo. So anyway, those are the only two lenses that I carry. I don't bother with anything else. Reef and Live Bear Aquatics 100mm macro, nice. Yeah, I would love a macro lens. I did try these macro focus rings, so it was cool. They're on Amazon. They're kind of this metal and let me see if I can. Okay. I can't find it really quickly because it's hidden, but there are these basically little metal tubes that you can screw in between the camera body and the lens. Okay, so they're like these metal rings that you can put it in, and all it's doing is adjusting the focal length, so it's increasing the distance here. And it was cool. Like, I got some awesome photos, and it was $10 versus a really, really expensive macro lens. Well, I quickly found out why they're only $10, because I tried to get it off of my camera lens and it didn't come off. So I had to buy an entirely new prime lens to replace the one that got freaking stuck. Oh my gosh, I tried everything to get that thing off, so basically the little release of the tube broke. So yeah, super cheap option, really cool, fun to play with. I would save the money and get a nice macro lens instead. So let's see. Inglorious camera review. Yeah, most phones take gorgeous pictures. Like my iPhone, I was really, really surprised. I wish that it worked. So the things that I don't like about my iPhone, if we're going to use my iPhone as another camera, because I mean it is a camera, the things I love, you can take gorgeous pictures with it. Again, if you set up the environment properly, like those pictures are indistinguishable from any other high-end DSLR camera if you set up the lighting in your tank properly and you stage the fish and everything. For me, there's no manual focus, and so it's really hard to capture fish that are moving around a lot. Sometimes I get really frustrated trying to get my camera to focus on the fish, and it seems minor, but if you're trying to get something very specific, like courtship or something, then it's going to be really, really difficult to capture really nicely with an iPhone. So, and also the zoom on that thing sucks. Like when you zoom, it does not look good. Beta Hendra Tamara, I hope I'm saying it correctly. It's just like my name. Everyone's like Gian, Gianni. Anyway, I do not have any advice on Hendra. It's one of the species that I would love to have in the future. Let's see. Chaz's Fish Channel, did you used to post on the Ultimate Betta Forum? Maybe. ultimate betta. If that was, then that was an incredibly long time ago. I can't remember. Holy cow, Reef Library Aquatics. A Canon 5D Mark III? Damn. Alright, okay, I gotta ask. How much did that set you back? Because your stuff is awesome. Like, I love, it's like so meditative to watch. I really want a saltwater tank, partially because of your videos. And I keep telling myself I can. And then Mark was like, no, you can. And now I keep thinking about saltwater tanks, and it's terrible. Let's see. And actually, guys, I'm going to be cutting this off in like 8 minutes. Right at 10. I didn't know what time cameraman was coming home, so. And I was just done with work. I could not grade anymore. So I was like, I just want to see people. Let's see. Ultimate Bettas? When was that? Gosh, that's like 90s, right? Google Pixel. Huh. I mean, I don't know much about phone cameras either. All I know is that I get frustrated with my iPhone. Also, the front camera on my iPhone 6 is broken. So, the only reason that I got that iPhone 6, I didn't buy it. My grandfather bought it for me so that we could chat using FaceTime. But now it's broken. And it just, oh my gosh. It just, the reason that we got it doesn't work anymore. So, anyway. 8 years back? Huh. Man, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, I hope you have success with those Betta Hendra. Like, those are gorgeous fish, and they have such wonderful personalities. I used to breed tons of Betta Bertigala. Like, for me, they bred like rabbits. It's just something about the San Francisco water here. And they just have fascinating behavior. I wouldn't see them very often. I kind of like the licorice gouramis. I've heard that Betta Hendra are not as shy as Betta Bertigala and Betta Coquina and the others in the Coquina complex, so hopefully they're not as shy. Let's see. Some answers. Holy cow. That is awesome. Reef Library Aquatics. You got it from your parents? That's amazing. Oh, jeez. How often do I do water changes? It depends. Depends how busy I am. Depends on if the tank even needs it. Like, going to Ocean Aquarium the other day just reminded me how just utterly beautiful a natural tank that doesn't have major water changes done on it can be. And I have decided that when I get my my new camera, or hell, maybe I'll just go with my DSLR again. But those tanks are just gorgeous, and they're full of life. And he doesn't ever do water changes. Like, he has a tank there that he hasn't done water changes for almost 30 years. And he just tops it off. And it's just glowing, like growing, bursting with life. Like, there's scuds in the gravel. There's, like, mountains of Süßwassertang. He has a really cool LED spotlighting setup. He's able to get plants to ground cover in these like supposedly low-tech tanks. The fish are incredibly healthy. They're not super stressed. That was one thing that Corey kind of opened my eyes to whenever we were when we went from Ocean Aquarium to Aquaforest, is that the Aquaforest tanks had more high-end plants than Ocean Aquarium, but the fish were really distressed. Like, I didn't see it until he really pointed it out to me, that they were, they had a lot of rapid gill movement, they had some streaking in the gills, they were just really distressed because they were cranking up the CO2. compared to the supernatural aquariums at Ocean Aquarium. And so, long story short, I want to try playing around with not dialing back the water changes because I don't do a ton to begin with, but just kind of be more mindful about creating a more natural setup. I mean, most of mine are pretty natural, I would say, but I want to add substrate to my tanks and build more of that in so that potentially I could do even less water changes than I'm already doing. But like on the jars, I try to do it once a week and not a full water change, more like a 50 water % change now once a week or every other week. And I started also, if you look at the jars, I'm going to do a video of the jars because someone commented and said I didn't do enough videos on my bettas anymore, which is true. So those jars, I've been working on growing this Süßwassertang more. And so the jars are like a third to half of it is Süßwassertang. And the bettas love it because they love sitting in it and just swimming in it. And I think it keeps the water quality up a lot higher in those little jars. So maybe I can stretch it out even more. And again, I'm blessed that the water quality is quite high here in San Francisco. So I can push it longer than most people, I think. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to quickly do this. Looks like we have a couple minutes left. I hear a cameraman in the kitchen, so that's good. Let's see. Don't need to. The low-tech never water change is really old school. Folks believe the only good water is really aged tank water. Yeah. And again, I'm going to go back to Ocean Aquarium. Probably when my ed TPA is over, I'll go back just like as a celebration to myself to get my free time back. And I'll go back and just really document that place because it's an amazing store. It's the real reason why I don't go there or why I stopped going there so often is one, it's like on the outer edge of downtown in San Francisco, so it's kind of tricky to get to. There's no parking. Well, I should back up. There is parking, but I am not parking my car there. It's right next to what is it called? It's right next to a place where people can get help. And that's really important. Social services are really, really important, especially for the homeless population we have here. And so I don't have anything against them, but I do not feel comfortable going to that store by myself. Like I only go whenever I have like company and like not other girl company. I go whenever like one of my guy friends can go because it's kind of a really, really sketchy alleyway. But at the same time, I really want to go and support them more and record it before it's all gone. Like, they really love Weldon, and they love it. Justin loves it every time I bring him. So I want to bring Weldon back, and they're also going to be retiring and selling it in the next 2 or 3 years. Because Justin is already 63, and they want to retire. They haven't had vacations in like 30 years because they are literally open every day from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every single day. Like that, that's amazing. So I need to go back. Okay. Can I send you some links? Yeah, sure. Here. Boop. All right. Have you noticed that when bettas breathe, the smell of the aquarium changes? No, I haven't really noticed that, but now I'm gonna stick my head in there. I'll do that next time. When? So like when they, like right after they make the bubble nest? Is that when it happens? Try that out. Okay. Let's see. What is this, binary? Like, who breeds Bettas, 1 or 0? Hey, Sashimi. Hey, Jim. I just like calling you Sashimi. Let's see. 1 and 0. But anyway, it sounds like I'm hearing some nice clinking in the kitchen. So I think someone is making dinner, and I'm really hungry. And this whole weekend, I didn't get to see cameraman hardly at all. Like, even though he was on the live stream, guys, he was not stoned. He was just really, really, really tired. We were like all really, really, really tired. So yeah, I hardly got to see him this weekend because I was like doing all the fish stuff. So I'm gonna go have a nice dinner and then go to bed early tonight. So anyway, I'm watching videos from Corey's visit and you're touching Earth. I mean, I got red wigglers. I gotta feed the pufferfish. But anyway, hope everyone has a great night. Get some sleep. Recover that lost hour. And I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen in the future. No major drastic changes for the next month. I need to submit my EdTPA. I need to get my head out of the clouds, this cloud that's EdTPA stuff. I just want it to be done. Like, I just can't wait until it's submitted. I can just go, I can start interviewing for places, and I can't wait to have my own classroom. That's what I can't wait for. So, anyway, it was wonderful to see all of you. Oh no, Charles! It was an impromptu stream. But anyway, hi Charles, bye Charles, bye everyone. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. So, good night and stop.